name is Erica Smith-Fitchman, and I'm the Community Forestry Manager at Philadelphia Parks and Recreation. Welcome to Parks and Rec at Home. As we all continue to stay home and slow the spread, we're streaming some of your favorite Parks and Rec programs. This week marks the 50th anniversary of Earth Day, a worldwide celebration of our natural environment that started right here in Philadelphia's beautiful Fairmount Park. We at Parks and Rec are bringing Earth Week activities to you at home. Thanks for joining us to take the time to appreciate our natural resources while we stay safe and help prevent the spread. Today we're going to take a look at some of the beautiful trees that are flowering right now in our city. This virtual tree tour is right for all ages, and if you have been missing the oxygen, beauty, and stress reduction that trees can provide, then keep watching. This is an eastern redbud tree. Its Latin name is Cercis canadensis, and it is a small native flowering tree. The eastern redbud tree is in the pea family, and its flowers are actually edible. Other plants that are in the pea family include beans and peas, of course, and you can see how the tiny flowers look just like the flowers of other bean and pea plants. The flowers of the eastern redbud tree always come out first, but when the leaves emerge, they are a beautiful heart shape.
Hi, my name is Ashalay, and I am a program coordinator for TreePhilly with Philadelphia Parks and Recreation. This is a red maple tree. Its Latin name is Acer rubrum. These trees can grow to be 60 to 90 feet tall, with some even boasting heights as high as 120 feet. The fruit of this tree is called a samara. Another name for this fruit is helicopter leaf, because when it falls from the tree, it spins similar to the blades of a helicopter. One thing that people may not know about this tree is that in the fall, it can also boast yellow and orange leaves in addition to its red foliage, giving this tree a 3-in-1 fall color palette.
Hi, my name is Marissa Wilson, and I am the TreePhilly Community Engagement Coordinator at Philadelphia Parks and Recreation. Today, I'm going to tell you about one of my favorite trees, Asmina triloba, also known as the Pawpaw Tree. This tree is native to the east coast of North America, and you can find it all the way from in the deep south to southern Canada and even into the Midwest. This tree is one of TreePhilly's favorite trees to give away during our yard tree giveaway seasons. You can find 2 beautiful specimens of this tree on the grounds of the Horticultural Center in West Fairmount Park. The flower of the pawpaw tree might look a little bit different than other flowers you've seen, and that is in part because they are pollinated by flies, or like some magnolia trees, beetles. When pollinated, these flowers make really delicious fruit that tastes a lot like a banana or banana pudding, and looks a lot like a mango.
Hello, my name is Jack Bronstein. I'm the TreePhilly Program Manager at Philadelphia Parks and Recreation. Today, I want to introduce you to the crab apple, one of the species of the genus Malus. There are dozens of kinds of this tree that are all over the world, from Siberia to Texas, and right here in West Philadelphia in Clark Park. Let's go have a look. Here we are with the crab apple. You can note its beautiful bark. This is a small tree, about 20 to 30 feet high. It's a very nice sculptural form in the landscape. This tree is often planted as an ornamental tree because it has really beautiful blossoms. Pink or white flowers that unfurl around this time in the early to mid-spring. These blossoms, once they're pollinated by one of our local bees, will actually turn into an edible fruit, although some of them are more tart than others, and you might not want to eat them unless they're cooked in a jam. So all crab apples make an edible fruit. It's a very small and tart apple. Some varieties have a larger and more edible fruit, and others are very tart. And the Native Americans of this land once cultivated the crab apple in wild orchards in the forest. But even if we are not necessarily going to eat the fruit of the crab apple, it's a great tree for the other inhabitants of our city. This tree supports 311 species of Lepidoptera, which is the scientific word for butterflies and moths. And when there's more butterflies and moths and they're caterpillars on a tree, that means that more kinds of birds and songbirds will visit the tree to sustain themselves, which is good for the ecosystem of our city as a whole. So what does the crab apples that are in our streets and parks have to do with the apples that you might find at a supermarket or a farmer's market? Well, I'll share with you a story that was passed to me by my colleague at TreePhilly, Max. And that's that these apples that you can buy are from a species called Malus domesticus, the domestic apple. But that species was, at its source, bred from a crabapple tree in the Tian Shan region of Kazakhstan called Seaver's apple. And Seaver's apple had, among the tart and sour fruits of the different crabapple trees, had the sweetest and largest fruit. And the theory goes that the reason why it had such good fruit was because before any human cultivators got to it, bears in the forest actually would select for those sweeter and tartar fruits. So when they passed the seeds, out of those grew, you know, this population of this specifically sweet and tart apple. So when folks found those trees, they eventually took them on the Silk Road and took them all over Asia and Europe, where this really nice crab apple started to mix with the native crab apples there and develop different disease resistance and other qualities. And that is what ultimately allowed farmers to grow and breed apples that are, you know, as nice as what we might find on the shelves today. So when you're walking around and you see a crab apple, think about those generations of farmers and traders and bears who led us to have delicious apples. Would you look at that on the walk home? Saw this beautiful crab apple in full bloom. If you're out for a walk, keep an eye out for these beautiful trees. They're really planted all over the streets and parks of Philadelphia. So stay safe, but enjoy the blooms.
Thanks for tuning in to Parks and Rec at Home. We hope you enjoyed this special Earth Week program. Every tree in our city is part of Philadelphia's urban forest, and it's up to us to keep them healthy and safe too. If you want your own tree for your yard, then check out our TreePhilly Yard Tree Giveaway program. And if you have something to say about trees in the city, sign up for the Urban Forest Strategic Plan email list. We'll be launching the planning effort this year, and we want to hear from you. Check out phila.gov/parks and recreation to find more ways to celebrate Earth Week at home this year. If you enjoyed this video, leave us a comment or share it to your profile so that others can join in. Remember to follow us at Phila Park and Rec so you don't miss future videos. And most importantly, stay home and stay safe.